This is Brenda with Let's Wine with Brenda and Stacy. What are we going to wine about today, Stacy?
Well, I woke up this morning to something tragic. My Facebook Messenger is out.
Devastating.
It is.
Devastating.
It is. I'm so shook up. I tried to log in so I could change my password, and I put in my phone number, put in my email. It didn't recognize either one of those. So now I've signed out, recreated a new password, done all the things, and I still can't get to my Facebook Messenger.
What is that password?
I don't ever remember it. That's why I'm always resetting it. But it just baffles me and bothers me. Like, I had to text Brenda because usually in the mornings that's how we communicate. And I had to text her and say, if you message me, I can't see it. So you have to text everything to me. So I still don't know how to fix that. I've turned my phone and devices off and on. I've done all the things that I know how to do. So that's another story. I can work on that. But the devastation of not having my messages, even though basically you're the only person who ever messaged me on there, it's still something I'd like to have in my life.
Right.
And I don't have it in my life.
But do you remember when you used to not have it in your life?
I used to have we had no devices that we could walk around and take photos with or record anything with, or, who uses their phone as a phone? I always have to stop and think if I have to call somebody, like, where do I go?
Do you know everybody's phone number that's in your phone?
The only person's phone number that I know that still exists is yours.
Really?
Yours the only number that I know by heart because you had the same cell phone number as you did back when we had landlines.
Right.
Or you're the only person who back in that day when we had landlines whose phone number you still have, and I called it all the time.
Same phone number, yeah.
Yeah, and I called it all the time, so I know yours by heart. I don't know another person's by heart.
You know what's funny? The first flip phones the one I had didn't even have caller ID on it. It would say 1 missed call, 2 missed calls, something like that. I had to learn phone numbers. There was no reading it to learn it.
Yeah, but nobody from that era has a landline that I know of, or the same phone number. I've had my phone number for 20-something years. The radio station, gosh, I guess longer than that, paid for my, phone because I had to be on call, I guess, in a way. So they would pay my phone bill. And, of course, we would use it for broadcasts, and we would use it for certain things if we were out and about, needed to call into the studio or whatever, then we could. So they were gracious enough to pay my cell phone bill. So, but when I left there, they let me keep my number.
Right.
So,
do you think it's very strange to think about how parents freak if their child forgets their phone? When we were kids running around with no phone.
We didn't have phone.
No.
And I don't know how we survived. I don't know how I ever got anywhere. I think I've talked about that before. I don't know how I got from point A to point B. Like traveling, I just don't know how they did it back in the day.
You followed somebody's directions.
Yeah.
You turn left at the red door, the house by the tree, hope for the best. I know, but we survived. We survived.
When I'm in a parking lot and GPS goes, head west. We talked about that before too.
I know. I had a husband who could look where the sun was and tell you which direction to go, like his finger tell the wind. I know.
That is some
crazy.
survival skills that I don't
have them either.
This is why I would not survive at the end of the world.
But we did. We'd take off on our bicycles when we were little. We had no phone. We, come home at a certain time.
Yeah, but we knew what to do and how to behave when we were outside. And, we didn't want to get hurt. We didn't want to get, I don't remember being afraid of strangers or somebody pulled up in my car and asked me a question. I talked to them.
I know.
I don't remember being like, oh, just, keep walking. And, now it's a thing, you shouldn't put your child's name on their backpacks where it's visible and have a code word with them. I don't have a code word.
I know.
To where if a stranger talks to you, if they say this word, then I sent them. And if they don't say that word, then don't talk to them. We didn't have that. I didn't have that.
I know.
My parents just flung me out and don't come back till it's dark.
I know. That's how I did. Because they didn't want you underfoot. You know, like when I'd go stay at my grandmother's house, and if she was cooking or something, I was supposed to go stay in the backyard for a while
Yeah.
until
I'm
she was
sure
done.
that tortured you as a child.
It did.
God bless it.
It did. Luckily, I was in Indiana. The Florida heat, I think, is what just did me in. Was like, I don't like this outdoors, and I feel like mosquitoes come after me even in the daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's because you're so swayed.
yeah, I am. I do rely on my GPS a lot, especially since I've moved, because I really don't know where I'm going. You know, I'm plugging in words like Walmart, you know, if I want to go shopping. Luckily, I know where Aldi is, but it's that bad.
Yeah, I GPS myself to and from work every single day. And there's like 4 ways for me to get to work from here. So I always hit GPS on my phone to take me to work, because if there's an accident,
I know.
if there's a traffic detour or something crazy going on, it's going to say, well, let's go this way.
See, Camille yells at me for that because in the beginning when she did that, even just going home, I'm like, you don't know your way home? And she's like, Mom, it'll take me on the best route. And I'm thinking, well, like, I know my way to work now, so I don't turn it on my way to work.
Really?
No,
Gosh.
I have my way to go. And I guess if it got backed up, then I'd have to turn it on to see if it's going to reroute me. I listened to the radio. I found 94.1 since I've been here. Woo! I'm having a good time in the morning.
Yeah, but how often have they told you a traffic update, or do they do traffic?
It's rare, and when they do, I don't know where they're talking about. I've heard a couple in my route, and I really don't know where they're talking about. A lot of it I hear 285, but
85.
85? Okay, those are big
85
ones.
and 75.
I'll
yeah.
hear that.
Yep. So those get screwed up a lot in Atlanta.
I think women tend to, well, maybe not. I tend to lean on landmarks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to be told this gas station painted like this, you know, with a
Yeah.
certain logo on it.
Yeah, I guess I'd be lost a lot. Maybe not lost a lot, but stuck in traffic a lot. Because I can take 85, toward work. I can take back roads, and there's 2 or 3 different ways in the back roads I could go.
Now, I assume you can read a paper map if you had to.
I don't want to. I don't ever want to have to look at a paper map. No, we have too much technology in the world.
What if it went down today?
Well, that's another thing we were going to talk about. What if, like, the internet ends?
I know.
What if internet and social media, it all just went poof?
I could live without social media as long as I could still call my children.
Yeah.
I think my fear right now is all my money's tied up, like in the bank. You know, it's in the bank where I don't have cash stashed. I have very little.
I don't think
we might be
have-
able to go out for Chinese one night with it, but that's about as far as
Yeah.
we'll get. I need to start shoving money in the mattresses.
You just put
Does
you
that
some
sound
dollar
crazy?
bills up in your bra.
There you go.
That's how some people do it in the South. And it's almost like, as a person who works in retail, you see them take their stash out of their bra. And it's like, you
Wet.
just lay it on the counter and I'll count it as you lie down.
Well, we used to do that. I used to sell real estate, and my boss, she was pushing 80, and she kept everything in her bra. Kleenex, medication, money. She had
Yeah.
a change purse.
Yeah.
She'd pull it out. She was from Alabama, and she would pull stuff
I'm
out.
telling you, back when I smoked, it would not surprise me to take my bra off at the end of the day and lighters fall out of it.
Oh, my God.
Just, you know what I mean? Like if I had a lighter and I didn't have, like, my pockets were full or whatever, I just pop it right there in
Oh, my gosh.
and then forget. Of course, then I'm like, I lost my lighter. I need a lighter. Can I borrow a lighter? And then I would take my clothes off that night and boop. Damn it, there it is.
Oh, that's funny.
But the internet is one of those things, like, we have lived the majority of our life without it.
Right.
Or we were here for the birth of it. We were here for the dial-up, which
Oh,
young
yeah.
people won't even know what that
Dial-up and
means.
DSL.
Yeah, we were here for all of those things, but we lived most of our life without the internet.
That's
So
why I
we-
think if nobody else had it, I'd be perfectly fine without it.
yeah.
You know, I think I'd
Hello,
be okay.
Facebook. Please fix my messenger. Yeah, I agree with that. But if it was all just wiped out, say we woke up in the morning and, well, first of all, if our cell phones didn't work, we'd be really screwed because now nobody has a landline.
I know.
We don't even own a phone. Like if we had to call the phone company, well, we wouldn't have a way to call them.
I think my first thing would be we're going to have to drive to phone place.
Yeah.
And somehow I'll hook up a phone.
Yeah, I hook up phone. Yeah, I have
Start from
communication.
square one.
I know you gotta have communication.
I'd have to go walk in a bank and fill
Yeah.
out a withdrawal slip and say I need some money.
You know, things like this, it baffles me because a lot of the younger generation, they have never seen a landline. They don't know what a deposit slip is. They don't know how to fill out a deposit slip or to sign the back of a check and how to do it.
I don't know if that's scary or not. It's kind of scary.
That's scary to me. But we're going to have a whole nother episode on the younger generation, and bless their hearts. Their survivor skills are subpar, less than they should
I
be.
know. It depends on what parents are teaching them. I think.
True. And that's a whole nother show. But living without the internet, I could do it, except for I would just be lost. You mean just physically lost in the world?
Geographically.
Geographically.
Just walking aimlessly.
Geographically, I would just be lost.
I would hate to not be able to look things up. I'm one of those that's like when I need to know something, I like instant access to, my trivia and things. I like having that. I even rely on it at work. The more I'm sitting here thinking about it, it's like if there's time in between activities, I'm quick to pull up a game on my phone to be able to interact with the residents.
There to play and carry on and, do your work. I use my cell phone at work for work stuff. I use my cell phone for work stuff when I'm not at work.
I know. You're always checking that email. It's driving me crazy.
I know. And well, it dings a lot. It's funny. I don't even have my own personal email to send me alerts, but I do work. I'm only part-time. I work 3 days a week if I'm lucky. To not work for, but I care too much about what happens there.
You're nosy. That's
I'm
all it is.
nosy, and I do have a Care Bear button. I care about work.
Okay.
I care about the place. I care about the people. I hope everybody's okay. I hope things go smoothly. I bet they're not thinking about me when they're not there.
I think
And
you get
hope-
off on some of the stuff that you read.
Some of the stuff is good. Some of the stuff is, some of the stuff in there is good stuff.
Now, luckily, your mom was nice enough to bring us a camera, so if we didn't have our phones, we'd still have a camera.
We still have an instant camera, which is so cute, and we're gonna.
We'd know what time it is.
We have a clock out on the wall, which we can both. I said we can actually read the analog clock. We know the
can.
fingers and the buttons, and some young people, a lot of young people, do not know how to tell time.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
I know. That's a whole nother episode. I think we're gonna have to do that one soon because we're jonesing for it.
I know.
We're jonesing for that.
There's a guy on Facebook. He picks just the worst of the worst to make his little montage where he's interviewing people out there in the world, and they come up with the wrong answer. And they're simple questions like how many states are in the United States? How many countries are in North America? How many dimes make $1?
Oh,
These are, and they don't know.
They're
not
don't.
shocked. I am shocked.
but in real, he's not finding the worst of the worst. In real life, kids, I would say around 18
These aren't
to
even kids.
20. 18 to 20. They, because we usually don't hire people under 18 because we sell alcohol, but I know, but we, they don't know the denominations or, I've even, at the end of the night when I'm counting out the cash drawer, it's just a thing. If anybody should know this, like in a till, in a cash drawer till, ones, fives, tens, 20s, your 50s, there's a slot, but 50s and 100s go under the drawer in our thing. They will mix them up. They will put fives over here where the ones should be. And why would you not, this looks like that, and put it in the same little slot? And it's not like
shocking me.
it's not like they're in such a hurry that they can't manage that. Because if you're going to do anything as a cashier, you should get the cash right.
I know.
But, people, that's a whole nother episode though. We keep saying that. We're going to have to do that one soon because we got stuff to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So we said we are going to do a short one today. We are going to come back next week with something probably more thought out. We had a busy few days. We have been working our tails off decorating and making our studio more and more us.
Yes, we'll have to take pictures
I know
and get
when
those
it is
posted.
finished, and it won't be long.
Are you off Tuesday?
I'm off Tuesday.
I think we should challenge ourselves.
Okay.
And then we could report back on that. How about Tuesday morning when we get up, we stay off our phones all day?
Okay.
You think we can do it?
As long as you don't message me.
I can't message you yet. You can't message me either. We'll actually have to scream for each other.
We have to walk across the house. We have to walk
Go
across the
that catwalk and
Yeah, we have to.
find each other.
I'm coming to you
I
into the
know.
house.
And I know my first instinct will be to, text
Check.
Camille, Lily, my
Yeah.
morning rounds. And, I'll make them aware that you're not going to hear from me today.
It's
We're going to see if we can do this.
no text Tuesday.
No text Tuesday, yes. No phone, no looking things up. We'll just go in blind. And
No, just going willy nilly.
think we can do it? You think we can go from 8 to 8?
8 to 8
12 hours.
with no phone.
No phone.
What if somebody calls? If they call like
You
it
won't have
ring
your
ring, we could just leave the ringer on, and because what if there's an emergency? If it rings, then we can answer a ring.
We
But
used to
can't
not live
answer a text. Well, no, we used to have a landline, so if somebody called,
I was going to say if there was an emergency, I'll just tell the girls to throw something in on the computer. But that's like I can't get on the computer either then
Yeah.
because it's access to social media. We're going to stay off of social media. We'll
Okay.
say that. Okay, like an emergency call, or I'll tell the girls that if there's a problem to say it's an emergency.
yeah,
Otherwise, we're not responding.
yeah.
I think we can do it.
We're gonna do it. We could do that. We
I
could
think we can do
totally let it go.
Yeah.
It'll be like the old days. But do you know how many
The old
times?
days.
I know. Do you know how many times that we will reach for our phones?
Oh yeah, especially like if you said a word I didn't know, I would grab it.
Yeah, I
Pick it
mean,
up and-
I know.
like,
we're
we're
the
gonna look that
worst. I know we're the worst about. Damn, my phone's in another room or whatever. It's shit. I don't know what that is.
But you notice it's not important enough to go get it.
And it's not. If we're
Whatever it is, like,
comfortable-
we'll look that up later and then forget about
yeah,
it, and it
yeah.
never gets.
I'll look on it later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because our memories are fantastic.
I know.
Yeah. Well, let's, and another thing is that, we have a notebook full of pages and pages and pages of topics that we want to talk about. But as you're listening, if you think of something that you would like to hear us talk about, or you would like to hear our goofy opinions on, or think of a topic that, oh, this will be good, or we want to hear this, or we want to hear about that, or what do you think about this?
have a lot
Or,
of topics.
hey, did you know? You could stump us.
Oh,
There
yeah.
might be some stuff like we want to look up stuff. So give us something to stump us.
Just not on Tuesday.
And then we will actually elaborate on, okay, we were given this to stump us, and here's what we did know, and here's what we looked up, and here's what we found.
That sounds
kind of
fun.
thing. Yeah,
I like
it does
that.
sound
I like
fun.
the sound of that. That's fun.
I think that sounds fun. And also, I know we were planning on doing another Would You Rather episode. So if you listening to us have something you want to know, would we rather this or would we rather that?
It could be
or-
any topic.
Yeah. Or you could say, well, I went this route, but I'd have rather done that. Just share stuff with us. And like I say, if you want to be anonymous, you don't want your name or your business or your face and anything shown, we will absolutely respect everyone's privacy. We're the only one who don't have respect of privacy because we're just open books. Like, what do you want?
I know.
What do you want? What do you want to know?
What do you need?
I know. What do you want to know? What do you need? We're at the point where we're just like,
I know.
let it all hang out. So no judgment from us. We hope you aren't judging us. We're not judging you. But anyway, we just want to have fun as usual. And
Oh, real quick, before we close off,
Yeah.
we've been talking about doing one trivia question on everyone to get some interaction from the fans. And just to close this one up, we're going to make this a really easy one. Since in honor of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, it's the 50th anniversary. And we want to know what actress was in the Rocky Horror Picture Show who was also in The Witches of Eastwick. If you'd like to shoot us an email at bsstudios@myyahoo.com with the answer, we will respond to you, and we're going to make it a trivia question every episode. So we hope you'll check in and hear the next question. And
pretty soon we'll have prizes.
yes, that would be fun.
That would be fun. We'll have prizes and maybe we'll number them and you could pick 1, 2, or 3 or something like that. Yeah, that'd be fun. I love it. Let's do it.
All right.
That wraps things up for this episode of Let's Wine with Brenda and Stacy.
Bye.